Hello!
Whoa!
And welcome to Totally Oblivious. I'm Caleb. I'm your host. I'm here with Alex Pruneda and Colton, our recurring guest.
Woo!
What was
that?
Do we want to share anything from our weeks?
No.
Shut up, Alex.
Kill yourself.
Colton, do you have anything you want to say?
Whole lot of nada.
Nothing for you guys.
No, not really.
No stories, no dramatic events.
No, other than the depths of my mind creaking back on me every single day. Other than that, no.
All right. Well, I had a story from earlier this week. So Val bought a hammock and wanted me to set it up. And when I take out the hammock, this hammock has none of the things necessary for you to be able to hang it up. It's just a tarp, pretty much.
So you didn't have two trees?
No, I had two trees, but there's no rope to tie it to the tree.
Did you pull a Lego person building something and forget they were in the bag? Or?
No, there's just nothing in there.
Alex, that's just you.
It's.
I've been seeing TikToks on people missing Lego pieces in the bag.
Alex, that is just you.
Shut up.
It's
bitch.
literally. It was just the hammock. So I had to go in my garage and look for a rope, and
You just have a spare rope around?
Yes, I have a spare rope
In your garage?
in my garage.
Huh.
And this rope is very long.
Put that
and
in the
very,
Wikipedia page?
It's too long to work for the hammock. So I had to find a way to make it work. And it took me about 20 minutes until I finally was able to figure out how to get
Where'd you
the
set up
one
this hammock?
over on the side of the yard with the trees.
Oh, where we recorded last time?
No. Nowhere near the dogs.
So on the other side of
On
the
the
fence?
other side.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about then.
Yes. So I set it up there, and I learned one thing from that, and that was that the Boy Scouts are absolutely useless. All you got to do is just send your kid outside with some rope and a dream.
Just go figure it out,
Go figure
Billy.
it out. Boy.
I think you're doing a husband wage stuff on a boyfriend salary. I think in that context.
Well, that was my only story.
That was your only story?
No, that wasn't.
Oh.
So this morning, this is a completely different context and different story. I was just chilling, listening to the Sonic music as one does, and I was listening to Ice Cap Zone, the one that is has copyright issues, and I learned what song that Ice Cap Zone is based off of.
It's an AC/DC song.
It's not an AC/DC song. It's a band that I'm sure nobody's heard of. They're called the Jetsons with a Z. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
I've heard of the TV show. Is it the same thing?
No.
I think so. Maybe.
It's not?
I don't think so. To my music knowledge, I don't think
George
it is.
Jetson.
George
was
Jetson.
You know he's supposed to be born soon, right? That's the meme.
2022?
gosh.
This year,
He's
right?
coming.
August?
He's coming.
Somebody's gonna name their kid George Jetson. By the way,
He's
know
coming.
So it's gonna be like it's probably gonna be spelled differently, but there probably will be a George Jetson
Oh my
somewhere.
gosh. It's happening.
Or his nickname's gonna be
Beautiful.
George. Like,
Anyways, I
20
found
years from now.
the song that's the Sonic song is based off of, and I thought it was interesting because I always thought it was a Michael Jackson song, but it's not Michael Jackson.
who the fuck? You gotta have some balls to copyright
Yeah.
a fucking Michael Jackson song.
Well, no, it was supposed to be like produced by Michael.
Oh yeah,
Jackson.
yeah, that's what I've heard too.
That,
like,
that's I
was
guess
Sonic
that-
2, right?
No, Sonic 3.
Yeah,
I guess
apparently-
it was only
Sonic
produced.
song produced by Michael Jackson.
Apparently Michael Jackson was a massive Sonic fan, and apparently he was
It was-
supposed to produce. Yeah, he was supposed to produce the entire soundtrack for Sonic 3, but something had happened, and I forgot.
Right.
Yeah, the video game.
Yeah, the video game, and he was supposed to do something, but then I stopped. It might have been because of the allegations back during that time.
Probably.
I can't remember.
Probably because
Yep.
of that. But the one song that we all know, or I think everybody knows, that's from that game is Carnival Night Zone, which is very good. And
That's I forgot about that.
I really thought
Shit.
that Ice Cap Zone was also made by him, but it's not. It's the Jetsons.
Some of the
I started
ideas were
listening.
still over, but not.
I started listening to that song because I was like, I wonder how this song sounds compared to the Sonic song. They literally just took that song and turned it 16-bit. That's all they did. But that song sounds actually like really good.
Mm.
Can say I am a fan of the Jetsons.
Well, there you go. Apparently, Caleb likes
Jetsons
his.
with a Z.
With a
and
Z.
Jetsons, the TV show, are totally separate entities, by the way.
Yes.
Apparently. So is that it for you?
That's my story.
It's a good thing he talked about Sonic, Alex.
We're gonna really go into gaming.
Fuck it.
We're really okay. Well,
Right.
before that, I want to say, speaking on the music thing, before we switch up, I've been listening to a lot of Judas Priest as of late, and I'm still of my Twitter take. I don't know if Caleb wants to bring it up on screen. He can just find it. Literally, it's just Judas Priest.
I'm too lazy. Just say it.
Judas Priest doesn't have a bad album. I think everything they've ever done is at least above a 6 out of 10. I think they're probably one of the best metal bands, and that's that's basically what I've said this week on Twitter, other than my existential crisis I like to uphold on the timeline. But changing from music to gaming, Andruw, would you like to explain what we pre-gamed before these idiots showed up?
So the proposed question a couple hours ago.
Well, this is what we do here.
The proposed question a couple hours ago was, is video game dead? Like, are video games...
Was that the question? I thought you just came into my room saying...
I came into your room and we were watching a TikTok, and it just so happened that Nick Merckx was flaming
Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite. And then the question that I had for more like a month or so was, is gaming dead?
Or not entertaining.
Or not entertaining? Or are you guys just getting fucking old?
That is true. So I'll state my opinion for last, because I've already said it to Andrew, so I want to hear you guys', because you guys are new to this.
Colton, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think gaming is dead because I think there's such a big community still out there. I think gaming really had a peak when Fortnite was big. I'm not gonna Twitch.
That was brought up.
And Fortnite streamers.
Okay, you say that.
Name a bigger time though. Name a bigger time than Twitch and Fortnite streamers.
Among Us, where they had fucking T-Pain. Among Us with T-Pain.
Gotta love
And I think
Among Us was big.
Among Us was big. I'm gonna lie. Okay, so I will agree with that statement. It was huge.
That whole year of 2020 actually had games that popped up that were huge, because there's Animal Crossing, Among Us, Fall Guys, Fall Guys, Doom, and Animal Crossing at the same time got everybody like hyped on games.
Doom was good.
Everybody was buying Switches or some sort of gaming console to play one of those.
And they
games.
all had Drift.
And they all had Drift. Every gaming console had.
We can
Drift.
talk about that too soon.
Gotta love that.
So.
Thanks,
I will in the terms of, I know how analytics work. There have been a lot more streamers who have basically crushed that Ninja and Drake numbers that day. There's been a lot more thanks to Among Us and stuff like that. But like when it comes culturally,
how many views was that?
Dude, it was like 200, 300-ish K, but I know you have to look it up. But I know like with some Among Us streams, they were fucking pulling some numbers and shit.
Which is crazy. Such a simple game, I feel like.
Yeah,
right?
they were pulling some shit. Like collectively, because it wasn't just Ninja, or when it comes to those Among Us games, collectively, when they were all in those games together with their individual viewers, there had to be at least like a couple thousand plus more, or a couple 100,000 plus more than that, what that Drake stream did. But like, it was that, no, but that moment right there, that's what put it on the map, though. I won't lie, because Twitch beforehand, I always heard stuff like Etika memeing it every once in a while. That's all I've ever heard.
628K.
628K?
628K. Wow. Broke the record for most views on an individual stream.
Damn.
Individual stream, but those Among Us streams, there was probably collectively like probably more than that. If I remember correctly.
Now Among Us transcends the game itself.
Because what's normal, what I've seen for like the last couple months that I've been on Twitch, what is normal is around 70 to like 80, 90,000 viewers for these big time guys at least, and for the smaller ones, obviously like.
But when they have a popping meta trend on Twitch, and there's like several of them guys, there's in a party, there's as much as that, guaranteed. But I have Andrew look up the most viewed stream. I know it's
technically it belongs to Instagram Live.
Not big media. What the oh, with Kanye was that one? Well, no, really.
And Drake.
Really?
Yeah, or 6ix9ine. I can't remember.
6ix9ine.
The rat himself.
Yes.
What's the fucking Batman line? What is it? El Ratata or whatever?
El Rata
or something like that. But no, I
La Rata Alada.
Yeah.
Technically, it's a guy jumping out of space. I'm pretty sure that's a Red Bull one. It had 8 million views.
Jesus. Twitch
on live?
Yeah, watch YouTube live stream. 8 million people is what it's
just Twitch though, not YouTube. YouTube's a different beast.
Right here.
Really? But now I do
just Twitch.
Yeah, just Twitch though. Because I know I've heard at least somebody pull some fucking crazy numbers.
It's a meta stream.
Bro, if I were to stream with over 100,000 people watching me, bro, I'd fucking flip.
Didn't you say you didn't like streaming though? Wasn't that your reason why you didn't stream games?
I don't like streaming because I just don't know how to do it properly. That's one of my things. But like streaming games, I can't interact with chat. I can't be like, fucking get this fucking quad feed, bitch. Hey chat, thank you for the dono. Like I can't do
Thanks
that.
for the donut. We can get into that later because that's a whole other thing that I think we can talk about.
It's a whole different beast. But to agree with Colton's statement, yeah, I think that it popped. Fortnite was popping.
So what was your question again?
As Andrew said it.
Is gaming dead?
Question. Is gaming dead?
Or are the video games you play?
We've just grown out of it. We've become old men.
I wouldn't say that. I think for me personally, I think there's just been a lot of games that I've been playing, and I think I just played too many. Like I just got burned out a little bit because I took a break from the time that Kirby came out until just recently, and I was playing the new Sonic, the Sonic Collection, and then I was playing Cuphead, and I was having so much fun playing those games because I just took a little break, and I came back to games, and I was like, so fun. I love games.
I'm literally in the next room over. I'm replaying Red Dead.
Playing Red Dead again.
Oh, it's so good.
It just hits different.
Oh, it's
for
so good.
for the majority of like gaming as a whole, it is definitely not dead at all. Yeah. There are plenty of people playing games all the time. Games are pretty much at this point
universally accepted,
they're universally accepted, and I think they've surpassed movies in popularity.
No, they did that back in Halo 2, bro.
So there you go. I don't know where this take even came from.
Back to the Halo thing, Alex.
Okay.
What about Halo VR? Because I know you were very, very against
Halo VR?
VR Battle Royale.
Oh no, I like.
Now that the game's fucking dead.
I know. I agreed with it. Halo, a Battle Royale Halo game game mode would have went crazy. I would have played that. I was not against that idea like some people, because because more or less, even to a certain degree, there's technically a Battle Royale themed map with Blood Gulch on Halo Reach custom maps. You could literally do that. It'd be significantly smaller, but you can definitely get a sim like that with other games, and I definitely think it could have worked. And now I'm going to switch the question because I was asked. Fuck, I wish.
Well, actually, can I ask this real quick?
Yeah, go.
I don't know if you mentioned this, but where the heck did this question even come from?
Andrew was just in my room, and I heard
It came from TikTok. You want to see the TikTok?
I want to see the TikTok because
you want context.
I really think this is a stupid question.
It's just morely for Halo.
Agree. Check this out. Listen, here's what happened.
He's talking about Halo.
He's talking about Halo.
And I hope you guys agree with that. I can't imagine that you wouldn't. The gaming community as a whole was ready for a new fucking awesome game. And Halo dropped the fucking ball.
That I agree with.
Everyone at that fucking company should be ashamed of themselves.
343 did suck dick. I'll explain that too.
They're fucking awful. They don't give a shit about anybody that plays their game, old or new.
That might be corporate though.
Fucking pride and ego got in the way of what could have been an incredible timing, and just God, it could have just fucking taken over everything. But instead, they have 800 people on the fucking game right now.
Dude, that's insane. That Halo game where we're having 800 people.
We gave them too much. Like gas, you know what I mean? 343's never been good.
They were gonna release a game.
Okay. Now he's just talking out his ass right there. So by the way,
yeah, it's not out. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nick Merckx just said.
So that's where the opinion came.
Well, me and Andrew just started branching off with the idea.
We started talking about game studios and stuff too.
Yeah, I think there's just bad gaming studios. That's
but
really
343 isn't bad though. So okay,
gaming studios make bad decisions all the time.
No, they don't. So let me explain this.
No, they don't.
No, let me explain this. Nah. So this is my take here because it kind of went into this. It's usually corporate because this kind of goes in with Cyberpunk. We all remember what happened with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
That shit was not playable. Missions, like basic missions, were not playable.
To the point where like NDAs were saying, hey, don't report the crashes that you experienced within the first hour of the game because you did it 5 times.
Yeah. So, and what I think is happening here is, maybe because I'm a YouTuber and I've asked this question. Usually with my YouTube audience, I've asked, I might take 3 weeks to make a video or plan something out. And you guys...
Polished.
It's polished. People enjoy it. They get their 15 minutes of, wow, this is a great video I had my sandwich with. Mm-hmm. I expect from my video game developers, and took a dub. And I did take many dubs this June month. Well, it's July now. But taking time with something, you get a polished product. And I know with video games, it takes months to years to even close to decades.
10 years is unacceptable for...
I won't lie though, but I would wait for a 10-year game if it had the hype around it and they did things. That game though, if that's what's kind of building up with Elder Scrolls. I'm telling you now, motherfuckers are gonna have really high expectations. Not me though.
Same thing about GTA 6.
Yeah, is that game developers, if given enough time, will not make a like a monstrously stupid decision. They make stupid decisions, but sometimes I'm just that's part of the gameplay. Fuck it, we'll roll with it. It's not bad. But usually what happens is corporate gets involved in shit, and then things just spiral out of control. Usually the thing with game developers, they can make a good game. Dude, okay, here's an example. There's a literal fighting game where it's just kicking somebody and it's fun. That's all it is. You just hit your opponent once. That concept of I think it's called footsies. It's just fun. You just try to, each opponent gets one button. It's just basically being me and Colton just mashing the kick button, trying to figure each other out. And it's fun. That's one decision. And it led to a very like niche like fighting game community on Steam. I'm sorry. Okay. Series just disagreeing. Series just disagreeing with me. But
I'm sorry.
But once you start getting like people who are truly not involved in the gaming in that project, who are just numbers guys, it sucks dick. And I've heard it from this is a real life example. I saw it on Twitter, TikTok, and from one of my coworkers, is that with big wigs and those number guys, they're never on the field. They don't know what's actually happening here. And usually once they get involved in shit kind of plays out if they do it correctly. If there's like a 50-50 between them, like, hey, we need to do this. But then the game developers, like, or in any scenario, it's like, wait up, that's not how it actually works. People actually aren't just numbers. What the hell? Aren't just numbers.
So what I'm hearing is mistakes can be made.
Mistakes can be made, but usually if somebody is consistently making mistakes, that's when you start having
a big mistake that you have to refund all your games.
Because this pretty much all has snowballed since like EA completely screwed up Battlefront 2 when they're like,
I'd even say slightly before that.
Battlefront 2 was absolutely awful, and then they had to do all
Colton, this is
good now.
This is
good now. I played it 2 years ago. It was actually fun. It's actually a fun game, but the amount of microtransactions it's garbage. It's really
it
just
exists anymore.
Well, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone now.
The Reddit had to just completely destroy them.
Like I said, I played it and it's fun. Yeah. It's good now. But the problem always is a mistake was made, as they thought, oh, maybe we can get away with.
It's not even a mistake. That's not even like I'm trying to emphasize this here. How the fuck do you go into making a game?
Stop.
Back to what I was originally saying, which I kind of forgot. Do you guys remember?
Well, we were talking about Battlefront 2.
Okay. Oh yeah. Back to decisions. How do you go into a game and saying, dude, looking at the statistics, I know they had fucking numbers on a chart or something, saying all these microtransactions within every point of the game. Okay, there's a correlation chart. It's like leveling up in money. Mm-hmm. How do you not see that and be like, this is a good idea and we should implement it to every part of the game, regardless?
Well, there's
thinking it was a bad or evil idea.
Like I said, there's just mistakes are made.
That's not a mistake. That's just being evil.
That's a catastrophic mistake right there, because they thought they could get away with it and they didn't, and it completely ruined their game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still happening today too, because like with I think it's like the new Diablo game,
dude,
like
$100,000,
$100,000 you have to spend.
Just mentioned that like not even an hour ago.
Like that's an insane.
I think it's actually more.
That's an insane amount of money to spend.
Nobody just has $100,000.
There's no way.
Can I get context on this game?
It's a mobile game, but $100,000 to level up one character. I think it's $100,000 plus. Actually,
yeah,
I think we're
it's
lowballing
over $100,000.
Like, I get gotcha games. Oh yeah, here's an example.
$100,000 like as in like maxed out.
Yeah, for that one character.
Max out your one character on that game. It's $100,000.
One. Yeah,
and like it's not even like feasible to do it without spending.
Yeah, and it's. I'm gonna bring up an example here. I used to play Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. The game is probably one, if not one of the most popular, I think, App Store games currently.
I think everybody has played at least one
good
gacha game.
It's made by Blizzard Entertainment. That's why.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get into the corporate. I guess this is a real good thing to talk about. But like even within Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, they have microtransactions, but they're really generous and give free to play players a lot of opportunity to get the cards/units in those games. But they're not asking for a fucking $100,000.
No, yeah.
Nobody, I don't think anybody, all the Dokkan YouTubers I've ever watched, I don't think they've ever spent more than probably $10,000 on a single event.
For a pack?
No, like in total. Because
pull something.
Yeah, but those are the whales. Those are the guys that are trying to max out every card.
There's like that on every single game.
If you're free to play and then you eventually put money into it, you'll probably end up spending maybe at max if you're trying to
maybe spend like $100 on some
not even that.
Because when me and my family, we used to play the Kingdom Hearts mobile game. And
I think it's different with everyone.
I think the most they spent was maybe about $200.
I think with Dokkan to get what you want, even on like you're super unlucky, maybe like $500.
And like me playing free to play was usually about as strong as they were.
Yeah.
And like it really didn't. A lot of mobile games do not give pay to. They don't pay to win.
There's footsies happening underneath the table.
No. Well, back to Battlefront 2 because I'm super familiar with.
Yeah, this is
I've played that game so much. At the beginning of the game, it was a lot of microtransactions, like you guys said, but microtransactions I feel like can be good and support a community.
Yes, I agree with that too. I agree.
Per se, Fortnite, I always use that as an example. It was a free game, but the skins and emotes and everything like that, everybody wanted them, everybody bought them. They did it a good way.
Honestly, Fortnite, I always dog on Fortnite, but Fortnite has one of the best.
And has done good for gaming and has done massive damage to the gaming community.
It's a double-edged sword with that.
Because basically, once Fortnite fucking didn't they make like $1 billion in like a short amount of time?
Yeah, something like that.
And eventually, all the companies saw that and tried to copy it
for a free game.
Yeah.
For a free game, they made $1 billion.
I have to pay $70 for Call of Duty and then play.
And then
another
with
$10 for Battle Pass.
Exactly.
And then another $20 for shitty skins.
Yeah, COD is Fortnite. If Fortnite,
Halo tried to do it a bit differently, but
it was ridiculous the amount of time you'd have to spend.
Yeah, that too I'll agree with. But the game was just. So me and Andrew were talking about this, and I was bringing up Halo 3 and Reach.
A lot of amount of time on a game that's not good.
Yeah. Okay. So here's another thing too with gaming developers. I wanted to move on to this because I got a Nintendo boy with me, and so it's a little bit different. 343 apparently had a worse development cycle, if I remember reading these articles correctly, than Halo 2. Halo 2, for you guys that don't, like, not the lore nerds here with me, Halo 2 is literally built with sticks and fucking stones. That game barely functions. People who try to mod it literally can't get the game to, like, certain FPSs or, like, try to add anything to it because it literally just doesn't work. Halo 2, literally, what you're playing, thank Jesus on those developers for even getting to fucking function, to even move a couple frames without fucking breaking your console. That's how bad Halo 2 is. But apparently, fucking 343 Studios had like less than, maybe like 80, it was something. They didn't have, as this. You have Sonic, you have Kratos, you have Mario, Luigi. Master Chief is among those guys. How the fuck do you not have a massive fucking development studio with multi-million dollars upon that, and then you just fuck it up? How do you do that?
Remember who you mentioned on that list? Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know, but it's just Sonic. But like even then,
Sonic used to have banger after banger games, and then they said, our biggest gaming IP
is just done.
Let's just
throw
it in under the bus.
That's 2 out of what, the 3 there?
They're like I said, mistakes are made, and
Sega
just hasn't really learned their lesson.
Microsoft yet. Though it's not Sega. Microsoft has oogles of fuck you money. Oogles.
Nintendo almost put themselves under.
Well,
multiple times.
They came back. I'll give them to them, but like Sega hasn't done anything within like the past.
They make banger games if they're not Sonic games.
Yeah, but what games are those?
Yeah, fill me in.
Yakuza, the Yakuza series is
I'm not a weird band kid.
You're not a weird band kid.
Band kids play Yakuza.
Their intro's fire though.
No, I won't lie. They look fun. They look like fun, but you know,
pretty much all the Sega games that are good.
They're all memes. They're all memes.
Yeah, they're all memes. Persona, Bayonetta.
Yeah. It's just
they're all great games.
But I'm trying to debate here with Microsoft. It's Microsoft. How the fuck do you? They
acquired Activision and Blizzard
Entertainment.
Yeah. So
like, how do you not like put money into Master Chief or Halo in general? One of the things that got you started. That's like me and Colton have an amazing friendship. We've built it over years, and just me saying, I'm gonna kill you now, and just throw you aside.
It's almost as if that doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
That does happen in real life.
Well, it does, but it's just not like. But it's like usually, but with it's Microsoft money.
Alex, everybody makes mistakes.
How do you make a mistake like that though, to the point where you get 800 concurrent players on a game? There's more people playing MCC.
So is it lack of money or lack of care, lack of detail, lack of just?
I think it's everything above.
I don't think the developers themselves are the people.
I think it's corporate. I genuinely think gaming got too fucking corporate.
I think
we need an Icarus moment here where they think
Halo's just dead.
That's what I've been saying. I've been preaching that for the last.
So you say years. That, but then I look at Halo MCC, and there's still an active. People still like Halo. There is a community. Okay, so here's another thing about gaming. Gaming is not the develop. It's like 30% maybe developers and 70% gaming in of that niche. There's still people that like to play Halo. There's still people that like to play Mario. There's still because of the community.
Exactly.
There's always the moment you have a game that doesn't have custom games, you can't make anything on Forge. You limit the creativity.
That's right. They didn't have Forge on Halo Infinite.
They're barely putting in co-op into the game.
I thought they did that already.
They did now, but barely.
Good gosh.
It doesn't have anything.
You remember the trailers of this game? The
initial
footage we got. Oh, yeah. How bad it looked. So you're telling me you didn't have Forge support, you didn't have any of this, you didn't have co-op, you didn't have any of that shit, and you decided to release this game anyways.
That's not a bad decision. That's just fucked up.
But why did you give us?
Like I said, you make mistakes, but it's just
shit. Like it's not even a polished turd. You gave us shit, just shit. What is that?
That's not a bad decision. You just threw it on the wall. There's no way you think about that and to say.
I'll give one thing to Cyberpunk. The game looks great. It plays like shit, though.
I don't think it looks great. I'm going to be totally honest.
Here's the thing, though, I guess, to play devil's advocate, is I actually liked Halo Infinite. I thought it was fun.
No, Halo Infinite, gameplay-wise, yes. Everything else, garbage.
But here's the other thing. I hadn't played a Halo game since,
years.
I played the original Master Chief Collection back when it first came out. I played up to Halo 3. And I was like, yeah, Halo 4, don't care about Halo 4. Halo 5, I heard, was also not fun.
Halo 5 story is garbage, but Halo 5's multiplayer is probably good. One of the funnest.
I know that really one stayed alive for a long time.
Because apparently I know a lot of Halo fans might disagree, but apparently a lot of them do like the gun gameplay in 5.
Yeah.
So 4 is just the bad one out, apparently.
Do you think them being an Xbox exclusive is what hurts that game?
No, because it has Microsoft behind it. It's literally their first child.
That's like
to be honest, that's why I think Call of Duty is just like better than Halo because it's on
every console.
Well, that's like saying that Horizon Zero Dawn is a bad game just because it was exclusive to
include that.
Yeah, single player games are a little bit different. Andrew has a different opinion on them.
With single player games. Yeah, cool. All you're going to sell is 20 million copies. And that's it because that's kind of like the peak you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, that is God of War. I think it has like 30 million.
So good.
It is.
Oh, God of War is so good.
Best PlayStation games in the last 10 fucking years.
Ever. I'd probably say 15.
Shit, yeah, even 15.
I'll say ever.
You want to go to PS2?
Ever.
Dude, that is such a good game.
Dude, God of War just fucking
That is unbelievable game.
Like, it's just Spider-Man. Okay.
Spider-Man's
good, but like God of War,
Spider-Man gameplay is good.
Gameplay, I'd say would better be than God of War, but story-wise, bro, God of War just hits. It is quicker,
and more responsive, I guess.
Yeah.
I have very high hopes for that Wolverine game.
Hope so. Mm-hmm.
Story mode though, God of War. No,
that's a good example. Here's a way to switch it up.
So good.
Okay, let's compare 343 and Insomniac. Insomniac put time. They told Sony to fuck off and let them make an actual game that wasn't tied to a movie. Took time with it, multiple years, in fact, and that game has universal praise.
Have y'all
universal
seen or played the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
I've
have
seen
not.
it. That looks like an absolutely amazing game.
It is, and you're right on that. It's such a fucking great game. The story's good. The graphics are a little shite, and it's because it's made by Square Enix, and I know they kind of rush projects every once in a while.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the best superhero video games I've ever
Who's
played.
here? Mom?
I have no idea.
Hello? What were we talking about? We've been interrupted twice now.
Insomniac, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Like when a game developer doesn't have shit biting on their ass, they can make a good game. I don't think any game nowadays is like bad unless you're one dude and you don't have money behind you. So like a very few amount of indie games. When Microsoft doesn't support or just starts going really corporate with it because there might be evidence and information, they started like, nah, the game is free to play now. It's not on the first week of when the original Xbox came out. We need money now because they're being assholes about it. It now just kind of, I'm waiting for Andrew to move. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to get you out of the frame or whatever if you're going to be in it. It's just like, when there's nothing biting on your ass and you actually have support, you can actually make something good. And seeing Insomniac, and to a certain point, Andrew wants to bring Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks good. You have a skill there. A game that doesn't have something on your ass and you make it really good. Yeah. A game that there was something on your ass, but you still have time to do with. And then you have Halo Infinite, which every problem ever. I think that's a good example to show.
I like that example.
And then a really bad example like fucking Battlefront.
Yeah.
A game that I think of that was kind of getting pushed back that I was getting impatient about, and this is a game that I played as a child and now it's actually fucking good, is Lego Star Wars. That game got pushed back I don't know how many times.
Andrew, what's the official count on that?
I thought it was good.
It's supposed to release May 4th of like 2020.
2020, 2021, something like that.
No, 2020.
2020?
It's all Lego sets and stuff.
This is so mean. This has never happened before. This is the first time my dad is just munching on camera. But yeah,
yes, Lego Star Wars is probably one of those games where I kept on getting more and more excited as they kept on pushing it back and back and back and back, because it was gonna get to a point where they pushed it back so far that the game's actually gonna be really polished coming out, and it barely had any bugs or crashes on the first day, which I absolutely enjoyed. A game that should have got pushed back even further was Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but that game, okay, with Cyberpunk though, it was like teased like 10 years ago before it got launched, and they just never did anything with it. I know they were doing Witcher and stuff, but so like, how did it? I don't think corporate came in to like the very last point, but it's just really weird. Cyberpunk's weird. I want somebody to make like an hour-long video on the background of that game. Honestly. Okay. Well, back to what we were saying.
Keanu Reeves can only play John Wick.
But I even heard that some people didn't like Lego Star Wars because it wasn't "quote unquote" complex.
What?
The level design was
what do they want from a Lego?
Yeah,
game?
but that's what I was saying. I'm like, it's a Lego game. Why do you want like a complex puzzle like it's fucking God of War?
Like it's Uncharted or
yeah. I heard somebody in the VC, it was one of my Australian friends saying it. I'm like, How do you say in your language? That's a fucking cunt-ass take, dumbass. Or cunt, whatever.
That's like if I complained about a new Mario Kart game comes out
and it's
I'm like,
too tracky.
I'm like, why are these tracks so
too straight?
Why is there straight tracks and then there's curvy tracks? And why, when I hit Mario with the blue shell, why doesn't his eyes just pop out? Yeah. Why doesn't he explode into a pile?
Why doesn't he just
meat?
die? Why isn't this realistic enough?
That's not the kind of game. I'm playing a Mario game, a game intended for children.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going to kindergarten
we are speaking
and
about Mario,
say,
something
why are you doing 1 + 1?
Early, I'll tell you off screen, but
what'd you say, Colton?
It's like going to kindergarten and asking them, well, ABCs and 1 + 1 is a little too easy for these guys.
Why aren't we learning like the complexities of life? Why am I?
These
learning
guys should be learning, psychology and everything.
It's
like
a bit.
Like it's for children. Like that. It's the same with movies too. Like a lot of people were complaining about like the new Jurassic World. I guess I'll use as an example, where they're like, this movie's dumb. why are there dinosaurs running around? Who likes dinosaur movies? And it's like
Caleb.
Like Godzilla and.
Why is there a giant monkey and a lizard fighting?
Like,
why is there a robot?
The big monster movies are for the people who like.
I
big
think
monster
some people shouldn't give their opinions.
Some people should just
or just not say anything at all. Like,
free speech was a mistake.
You can't just say it like, why is there a big
or like did I ever bring this up with Turning Red and how some parents didn't like how the child was being rebellious?
I don't think you brought that up on. Did you bring that up on the podcast?
I don't think I ever reviewed it. I think I brought it up. I think it was during the movies one where I was all like, Turning Red was good. I actually liked it.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
It's a very empowering girl movie that I think challenges social norms in a good way, and I really liked it a lot. But there was like a weird like subset of people that disliked the movie because it was like, you shouldn't respect your parents. If you know me pretty well, I hate the elderly. I just hate old people. I really do. Rebel against old people that just want it for themselves, in which old people really should be helping the newer kids. It should be a cycle. It should be, once you get old, you should help the other ones beneath you get up. Same with adults. It's just the new generation just should always be better than the last.
Sounds like Japanese culture, Mr. Miyagi.
But Mr. Miyagi's kind of right, though.
I don't understand where the mindset comes in that once you get to a certain age, you're just like, I hate children.
Yeah, it's just,
throw them away.
I hate old people that are just greedy for themselves.
Like,
that's
like, I always make the joke, I'm like, stupid children. But like, if I see a child, I'm like, yeah, this kid's an idiot, so I should probably try to show them how to not be as stupid.
But to bring it back,
they grow from that, and then they learn their own way to do things, and then from there they grow as a person.
But to bring it back, you hear these old like these big executives in the gaming market. Guess what? They're all fucking old.
Yeah.
It's always old people that are the problem. It's never usually a young guy.
Same shit, copy and paste, same shit that works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always old people. And I won't lie, young people do fuck up too, but it's in really weird, like you really fucked up circumstances.
They really should have learned how to talk to women sooner in life.
It's just like our freaking government.
It's
just a bunch of oldies.
Exactly.
Oh, we're finally answering this. We couldn't talk about it with Fry because we didn't want to step on toes.
No, not yet. This is the video game episode.
Okay. Well, I wanted to switch it up from video games. I guess if we're keeping on politics. Okay, gaming's just, I think all of us can agree, bad decisions are made when dumb people are around. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's so blatantly dumb that there shouldn't be a decision made to say, yeah, we should go with this.
Before we switch subjects, favorite game studio?
I think Insomniac. They just Insomniac and what's God of War's? I forgot theirs.
Sony Interactive.
No, well they own both of them. Isn't it like South Beach or like South?
I forget. Santa Monica.
Santa Monica Studios. Thank you. I think those two are up there for me. Bungie's still up there. Apparently, Destiny. Apparently, there was a rumor going around they're going to make another new IP. After Destiny.
Give me a Destiny TV show.
Destiny's still good, by the way. I want to keep on moving forward, but Destiny had its rough spots, but it's always been consistent.
Destiny. I think I thought it was pretty good.
Once it became free to play and got on PC and stuff, I think it honestly overall got better. I hope when their next Destiny comes out,
like
it comes gone.
Look at Destiny. Destiny's a really good example. If Halo went over to like, a PlayStation market, I think it would boom, even bigger than what it is.
I think
now.
limiting things too. I guess in a correct word, segregating things is kind of fucking stupid. Honestly,
I guess
exclusives are kind of dumb.
But yeah, remember exclusives. Guess who they feed the pockets of? The old people on top. So
yeah, and supply and demand in the gaming industry is
everybody likes a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Console wars are dumb.
Very dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think so.
Colton, what's your favorite gaming studio?
Probably the most hours I probably put in with a gaming studio is probably Bungie.
Really?
I played a lot of Destiny actually, and I played a lot of Halo.
I was a whore for Bungie at one point. I was a Bungie stan.
Insomniac's so good though with the Spider-Man games.
Wolverine. One day I think we'll dedicate something to like a whole like Marvel game thing, or at least like more in-depth gaming, because I do want to move on. But it's just all like
I don't want to talk about politics.
We're not going to talk about politics, but it's kind of off the shoot of it. But
what about you, Caleb?
Yeah. What about you?
I like Capcom.
That's wild. What's the reasoning here?
Yeah, what game from Capcom?
Yeah, what game?
Monster Hunter is an absolute banger.
That I do agree with.
Monster Hunter.
I put a lot of hours in Monster Hunter too. I will agree with that. Is it just Monster Hunter or is it Resident Evil?
I like Monster Hunter, Resident Evil. I've recently got into. I love Resident Evil. Their fighting games, once they're finally bringing them back, All of them are great.
Street Fighter 6 has a lot of potential here.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has a lot of potential. I started playing their fighting collection. I really like Gem Fighter, the little pocket fighter one. That one's very fun.
There you go.
And what's another Capcom game I really like? Mega Man is a great series, but that's a little more small.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're big ones like Monster Hunter and Resident Evil I really enjoy.
So I guess that's our gaming opinions. Old people are problems. People with big money who wants things want problems with gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I overall think one day we'll probably end up getting like a Messiah game where it'll just come out and it's just perfect, or at least near perfect for a lot of people. GTA 6 might come out and Rockstar might fucking blow it out of the water. But I'm not putting it up there.
15 years, 20 years almost.
Yeah. Rockstar has they might line their pockets. They might line their pockets, but they make a good game. They are literally the only exception to that rule. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's true because Red Dead was a banger, but I am still disappointed that they threw out their online
because GTA was just making that much money.
I totally forgot about Rockstar. Just like I didn't forget about the games, I just forgot like the name.
Yeah.
Like holy shit. Yeah.
Rockstar does go hard, but
Nightclub, LA Noire.
They have a lit. Bro, imagine if Rockstar made a fucking Star Wars game. I know they wouldn't.
Dude, that's been like one of the big Star Wars dreams ever since DICE had a little dicey game come out with Battlefront 2. So we've always
Rockstar
could
fuck with that.
For a while, we've always been saying.
To be honest, Battlefront 3's multiplayer, the third person, and GTA literally just match perfectly. I think they'd have to like slightly change it up, but I guess speaking on the whole space subject, NASA released some really cool pictures of space, and I wanted to talk about them because I think
I did not see them.
You did not see them. I'll bring them up. But NASA recently,
stars, Colton.
There are pictures of stars, but they're the most high resolution pictures of stars we've ever gotten.
Compressed on Twitter.
Oh, you're talking about the picture that Val thinks looks like the carpet at the bowling alley.
Yes. But, the reason why I want to bring them up, oh my God, I have to go to media. Give me a second here, is that they are really important because we've never seen space this detailed. And a lot of people started having existential crises. And I thought I would bring it up.
People's minds that peanut brain.
Well, no, okay, but look at
they see a picture of space and they start freaking out.
There's more than this, but apparently there are 32 like megabyte full pictures of these that are like they're higher than 4K apparently.
I don't get what there's to have an existential crisis about this.
Because so let me
It looks like a button-up T-shirt from the 70s.
Yes, that is true. But every single I gotta bring up the one that's just literally the galaxies. Give me a second.
These are just gorgeous pictures of what's out there in the universe.
So give me a second.
What's there to be scared about?
So I want you to show this one up on screen. I'll share it to you.
The Val picture.
The Val picture. But the thing is about these are galaxies. These aren't stars. These are
galaxies.
No, what you're looking at is the carpet at the bowling alley.
Carpet at the bowling, but every single dot here on this screen, I want Caleb to put it up, but every single one of those.
Directly after these pictures too, they ended up doing like a CGI render simulation of two galaxies colliding with each other, the Milky Way galaxy and some other galaxy.
Yeah, talking about an incursion.
Yeah,
basically
an incursion.
Well, those are universes. These are galaxies, but I just find it really fascinating because a lot of people were like. I'll bring up the Ariana quote if you saw her Instagram, but it's like
she has an Instagram.
So I guess I'll just go with that.
Instagram's I forgot about.
No, it was a screenshot of her Instagram, but apparently she was all like, look how big the universe is. Because I don't, maybe it's just me using my imagination, but it's like the universe is unfathomably large. Mm-hmm. Every single one of those stars you see in that galaxy or that shot of that galaxy has an incountable number of amount of stars and an incountable amount of number of planets and just debris. And then she proceeds to say, "And you really think God cares that you're gay?"
Is that the caption?
But from that, a lot of people started having a discussion. Like, I think a lot of people have the revelation. Like, dude, like these pictures just kind of put in perspective that like. I don't want to get into the whole what is it? Narcissist? What is the meme? I'm literally worthless. I have no purpose in life. 35-7 Magnum. What's the joke? Have you never seen that?
God,
fuck. What is it? Me. There's a. It's not narcissist. It's Oh my god, I fucking forgot. But it's basically like there's people depressed, like their life has no meaning and whatever, and it's just like I bring a gun to your head. All of a sudden you stop. You like life all of a sudden now.
Okay,
it's on the Smiling Friends episode if you ever seen the Adult Swim show. But it's all like I think space is cool, and just seeing those pictures just was like, damn, like I'm small here. Should I really be paying my taxes? I get really rebellious. That was my thought process.
I mean, I guess that's a good thought.
It's just
like why are we the only beings in this entire universe that have to pay to
Ariana
live?
put it well. Like, why the fuck would God matter if you're gay? I think he has bigger problems.
I really don't think God cares at all.
It's just
like,
the episode I express myself. I hate old people.
If you want to be gay, be gay.
We're speaking about this in July. Now we've carried the conversation.
Alex,
over.
your joke was not funny.
There was no joke.
Your joke was not funny in June. Don't bring it into July.
But no, I just wanted to bring up the space because it's cool. I like space.
Space is cool
because I think this might go down in history. But hey, this is the starting point for interest in space. I'm interested in space now again. I saw the pictures and stuff. They're like, wow, they look really pretty.
When aren't we interested in space?
When we don't have the budget to, and we're worried about real life problems on the planet.
That is a real life thing.
Well, like,
why don't we have hoverboards? Have we ever thought about that? Why aren't we selling real hoverboards like in Back to the Future 2? Why don't we have hover cars? Why is Elon Musk not putting his money into this and instead he's trying to buy Twitter?
No, he's not.
He's not anymore.
He's not anymore.
But apparently he might be sued into buying it now. So that's up to.
That's one hell of a turn of events.
Yeah.
We're suing you to
the
buy
people of the world are so concerned with, or the billionaires of the world are so concerned with problems that aren't problems. When they
Do you like billionaires?
I feel like we talked about this.
We have, but I just want to bring it up again.
Musk and Mr. Beast that we talked about.
I don't trust Mr. Beast. Elon Musk, I don't really care about. I would like Elon Musk to create more cool products. What
do you do with $1 billion though?
He can make a lot with $1 billion.
Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest.
He shot a car into space. I feel like he can do pretty much whatever he wants.
I get owning like major corporations, but like at one point, because here's a video game example to bring it up again. In Red Dead, after I get like $500, after a while, I'll just go on a spending spree. I'll get stuff for my horses, maybe upgrade the camp and all this stuff for not just me, but the NPCs around me, so they're happier and they give me comments. And it's a slice of life kind of thing.
Alex cares.
I care.
Arthur
At one
cares.
point, when you have that much money, how do you not just go say, I'm going to spend like half of this on certain things people need?
You know, that is actually a very good question because, sorry to bring up Animal Crossing again, but when I first was playing Animal Crossing, I was making a buttload of money every single day just selling stuff. Like, I was super rich in the first 10 days of playing.
Yeah.
And I focused all that money on myself.
And then eventually just to everybody else.
Like, I had all the animal residents living in like literal slums. I had garbage surrounding their area. And then about a year into still playing Animal Crossing, it took
him a year though. It takes me maybe 40 minutes
to be
like that.
$17 million in my bank account.
You had $17 million and you made your people live in the slums.
I think you're the problem.
I got to that. I got to that point and I said, man, these slums look kind of ugly on my island. I'm going to make them look nice. So the animals are living in luxury now because I had so much money. How do billionaires have so much money and they're not like, huh?
But you did it for yourself, Caleb.
But the billionaire dick riders will come out of the water and say like,
their money.
It's their money. But at one point, logically, what do you do with that much money?
Like I said, I had so much.
Literally, there's nothing you can't buy.
I had so much money at that point that my pleasure came from making everybody else's lives look nice.
Yeah. Like, how do you, like, not even like going around maybe to a local community and just like, here's a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
To like some like middle class family and just be like, do better for yourself or something. Like, I know we're entering like some like weird political territory because there's like ideas of socialism here, but it's like, why are you spending that much money on a fucking yacht? Isn't like fucking Jeff Bezos like
exactly
like almost not even 1% of his thing or whatever?
It's funny. I said this on the episode where I was like, why are you spending so much money on a yacht that spends millions of dollars every year just to keep it afloat. And you guys gave me crap for this. You said that.
Did I?
You're like, oh, it's their money. They should be able to spend.
But that's the devil advocate's argument.
The devil's advocate, but is it not still like they could be spending it on something else that not only they could be making more money with the money that they're wasting on things that don't matter. Like I was saying with Elon Musk, the amount of money he could put into researching new ideas, because like his Tesla company, I'm gonna say I think Tesla's awesome. That's a great company. They do great things. And if he put
making flamethrowers is a great thing.
He made flamethrowers and jetpacks. They like make cool things. Why don't they put more money into making cool things rather than putting it into things that don't matter?
Because cool things are illegal. Dude, it literally took how many weed was like fucking demonized in the 60s, and it's taken over us like what 40 almost like 60 years to be like, hey, actually it's not.
But is a hoverboard illegal? Is a hover car illegal?
Probably, depending on its CCs. People,
you know what else is stupid? The fact that we don't have bullet trains in this country.
That's now we're just entering political stuff. That's literally just fun fact, America is literally built on corruption. I'm like, that's not even an argument now.
Yeah.
Colton's so out of it now. We've entered Battlefront. I think we should reel it back in before me and Caleb just go full down. You didn't want to get political, but we're just going down it.
I just want trains. I want the Transcontinental Railroad like I built in Minecraft.
Fast trains.
Fast trains.
Fast trains. That's all I picked up.
No.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Colton's just a recurring guest. He's just here for just offshoots.
One thing I will say about rich people, though, is I think if you're making a lot of money, generational wealth is big. Like, if I'm making a large amount of money, if I can get my kids and their kids and their kids and their kids and their kids, and Elon Musk will be able to provide
till the end of fucking time.
For forever, basically.
Little Ziegsnom, he's going to be able to provide for him.
Kids.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's almost, it's all like you think about how much money that is. It's almost like a king back in that.
That's not even a king, dude. You're literally
but like he's not seen as royalty, but
kind of is on Twitter. I'm just saying.
True.
Twitter gives you royalty, Alex.
A little bit. Those guys will suck off Elon for like. I think people suck off Elon to get some of the money, bro. Not being dead ass.
They don't get any of it.
So that their cryptocurrency stock keeps going up.
Dude, crypto's been going down for the past.
What is the episode of this? What is the title of this episode?
Alex's thoughts. This is Alex's thoughts.
I guess. No, it's just weird. You want more
Alex
of my
has
thoughts?
no thoughts.
No. I guess this maybe is Alex's thoughts. I guess here's another one that I thought recently. I guess I can just shoot this out. I just want to see your guys' opinion. I know what my brother's is. Have you told Dad this? I'll say it out loud. I want to get a bike. I
actually was thinking the same thing.
I want a crotch rocket. Andrew makes fun of me because
No. The only reason now I don't make fun of him anymore because I want to drive it because I know he won't drive it.
Well, what kind of bike?
I want a crotch rocket. I want 1,000. Not 1,000 yet off the bat, but I want to go down the interstate at fucking 120 miles an hour.
I'm a bit of a stupid. What's a crotch rocket?
A really fast motorbike.
So you're thinking like motorcycle kind of bike?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of a Harley, but I would like a Harley too. A Harley seems pretty badass.
Go ahead, Colton.
This is in your lane now.
They have it's at one of the dealerships in town. I can't remember. But they're bikes that go probably, I think they top out at like 60 or 70. Mm-hmm. But they're like legit bikes, and they're like $2,500.
Which is like usually how much they cost.
But I want like
they're pretty legit.
I want to go like 120 though on the fucking highway though. That's what I want.
That's how you die when you hit a
pebble. I'm not trying to do it like every day.
How you die.
Pebble and just.
But here's
fucking semi.
Yeah. Paul Walker.
Here's what I was thinking. No, stop.
We said Paul Walker.
Walker. But here's what my idea was.
I just want to look cool with the helmet on. I think bikers just look cool. That's my opinion.
Working at the hospital, one of the surgeons there has a electric bike. And I was seeing that, and I was like,
You want a moped?
not like a moped. Like it's one that I'll tell you in a bit. You'll figure it out. So with the gas prices up and everything, and my work at the radio station is not too far from the house, and I've been hearing a lot of things about electric bikes, and these bikes are you pedal it like a normal like ching ching bike, but
ching ching bike,
but as you pedal, it gains static electricity, which keeps the bike running, so you don't have to pedal as much.
That's a really good idea. I really like that thought. But guess what? Major corporations and shit are going to sue the fuck out of them from existing.
Well, they're selling them at Walmart, though.
Give it a few years. They'll sue them as a threat and fucking throw them.
Now, you are you kidding me? You really think they have to worry about these electric bikes?
They will definitely,
because
people will figure out they'll save money.
People are stupid. People are so dumb. They're not gonna. They're not gonna listen.
They don't.
I'm gonna buy myself. I really want to buy. They're $500 at Walmart. I want to buy one of those electric bikes that they have there.
How fast are they?
I really don't know.
Like 25 miles an hour.
They're probably not that fast, but honestly, I miss riding bikes. I realized this. I remember riding my bike as a kid,
bikes, but I could ride one.
I remember riding bikes as a kid and taking that for granted. I never got to ride my bike here because my dad thought I'd get hit by a car. I'm pretty.
I won't lie. He's probably right though.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but people ride bikes down there all the time.
Yeah, I see that. I see cyclists.
Now I really want to. I really want a bike now. I really want one of those electric bikes, and they're in my favorite color.
Caleb like wants to make it like a goofy thing. I'm trying to make it like I want to fucking ride to like die.
I just want to ride. I just want to ride.
I want a jet.
Highway. That's what
I want a jet.
Give me a jet.
You know what? I also want to fly a plane. That's something else.
That'd be damn cool.
I don't trust flying. I took that one class in Latherback's class. I'm like, this is sketch as fuck.
Bro, we all cheated in that class.
We did, but it was like
Theory of flight.
Theory of flight. Yes. We cheated in that
I cheated
class.
so hard in that class.
Shout out to Ellie.
We all cheated off of Jared and Ellie in that class.
Yep.
Every single one of us.
Yep.
Is that because they knew what the hell they're talking about?
Not even.
No, because they actually paid attention.
Not even.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have to be directly. Like I'd cheat off of Ellie
Austin
or Jarrett.
or James or some shit. That's what I did. Sometimes.
I'd cheat off of Ellie or Jarrett, and then everybody else would cheat off of me and off of who was cheating off of me. It literally was just
a big chain effect.
It was a game of telephone.
I mean, it
was so.
But flying planes is complicated. Yeah, it genuinely. Like I'm making a joke here. Oh, I want to go 120 on a fucking crotch rocket down the highway. But like most people, if you give them something smaller, they'll eventually figure out how to ride a motorbike. A plane? No, you actually have to take classes. You have to actually know what all the buttons mean and shit. You actually have to take a large amount of prep time to figure out how to fly a plane.
The first person to ever fly a plane didn't take classes.
He only flew like 60 feet in one direction.
Well,
now it's different. Now those things go like
super high,
super fast. There's actual people on it.
First people didn't have classes. You can learn on your own.
It took time to get to the point.
It's just better to take classes.
Yeah, but I'm not the Wright brothers.
It's not that hard to get a license like that.
It's it's not. But this is America. I don't trust people.
I just want a little biplane. And be like,
I want one of those that can land on the water.
That would be pretty cool.
ooh, yeah. Those
Can you land in the lake here or no?
I've never seen it happen.
I'm just curious. That was just a random thought. I guess another random thought. I guess moving on from our motorbike. Unless Colton, you want a motorbike or no?
Not really. I'm good with my
I saw
car.
Carter had one on his Instagram.
Yes.
I was like, damn, this looks pretty badass.
See, my car's cool, but I don't like spending almost $70 on gas every day during the summer when I really don't have to.
For real. Anyway, I guess we
Bikes
can.
also get like 50 miles to the gallon type shit.
Is that good?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never understood to the gallon. I've literally gone brain dead to that. I just put all my money.
Think you have 12 gallons in your car, and for one of those gallons to go bye, you travel 50 miles.
50 miles.
See, no one's ever explained that to me. That's
It's good, and it's good.
Sense.
No,
You just have to
really
think
good.
it's
failed math class.
thing per thing. So it's
no one's ever explained that to me.
however amount of thing you have is per this one thing.
Okay, now I get it. No one's ever explained that to me. That's another thing. Alex just needs a good explanation every once in a while. Like a good in-depth. This is how A, B, and C work.
I need my cousin
I
to record
will-
this and be like, your brother's a dumbass.
I will not hold anything against Alex for this because he is right in this case. Sometimes people just need a good explanation.
Like when Caleb said, "What's a crotch rocket?" I know what a crotch rocket means.
Not
Because
everybody
I've been
knows.
around
It
people.
is because of a family joke.
No, I knew that before. Crotch rocket means a guy in a motorbike like this, fucking blazing down the highway.
Sometimes you just like
and a Harley. I don't even. Is that its actual name?
It's like a Harley motorcycles.
Oh, well, I never thought there was. Well, I've referred to everything that goes like this as a Harley, and I know there's more than one brand.
I think as like Harley Davidson as like a Toyota, like it's just a manufacturer.
Yeah.
It's the biggest.
Alex sometimes just needs a good explanation.
Everybody just needs a good explanation on things.
People shouldn't yell at other people for being stupid.
It's
Andruw.
surprising.
I do that all the time.
It's surprising what things people don't know. Like I'm gonna throw Val under the bus here, but the other day
she doesn't know what
I was talking to her about dinosaurs, and she was like, "Dinosaurs are mammals, right?"
No, they don't have hair, so
no, yeah. They're reptiles.
Yeah, reptiles.
They're clearly reptiles. But
I did not just fucking
that's like
hear
a
that.
distinct trait, right? On mammals.
Yeah.
Mammals
she didn't know
live
she didn't
birth.
know she didn't know turtles weren't mammals either.
No, they're.
She didn't even know what a mammal was.
You.
Remember, we're not judging.
That's
True.
math
need to learn.
Very
and
innocent
certain
question.
terms. It's statements with me. Some statements throw me off. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I didn't know what skeletons in the closet meant for a long time until I Googled it. It's just like your secrets that you keep hidden. Basically, I was like, oh, okay.
But it's like you said. It's surprising what some things people just don't know.
Common sense isn't common. Let's have that discussion.
I was very surprised that Val did not know the difference between a reptile and a mammal.
That is true. I do
But
agree.
now she knows. She knows that a mammal
Is that a failure on our education system, or is that just
probably
You
definitely?
should know that, yeah.
what's the difference between a bird and a reptile?
A what? A bird?
A bird and a reptile.
I don't know, just look it up.
See, that's what some people should answer with, but then
I
it's
mean,
like
really, just look at them. There's
But some birds,
It goes. It fucking makes noises and shit
but both of them
in the sky.
in the sky. I guess that's Andrew's
But
explanation.
like, I don't know. What do you like if you look at a duck, and then look at a water-dwelling reptile.
An iguana.
Those two do not look the same at all. They might both lay eggs. They both have claws, but they are not the same thing.
Don't tell me we have more problems. Are we good? Okay. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes
You just need a little explanation sometimes.
Well, and my mother has decided to join the rest of the call. We have the entire family home now.
You wanna wrap it up now?
No,
What's this thing?
we'll keep going a little bit long. Should I bring it out?
Yeah, you
And
should.
see if this.
I'm excited.
see if
Wait, this is
brings
just a
on
chill. So,
I guess this might be a short one.
Package outside.
but we did have a 3-hour long one. I think
That is true.
we should probably give them a little
So
bit
here,
of break.
here we go, guys. Here's my surprise for the day. If you guys have anything you want to chit chat
Colton,
about,
we have actually we
Get this
probably
set
can get one more. Colton, what do you want to talk about? What's the thoughts you've been having? I think we can get like at least one more like maybe 10-15 minute segment here. Like, is there something happening at work that you just want to like lay out on the podcast? We can get emotional here if you want.
No, not really. But here's a comparison. And you know, would GTA 6 in turn be the end game of video games?
Ooh,
Yeah, I think so.
I think a little bit because GTA 5 is just clouded in like clout.
Yeah, it's like Infinity War.
Yeah,
GTA 5, GTA 6, end game.
yeah. I think I'd agree. It's just from what the rumors are saying, like GTA 6 needs to just be absolutely insane.
Yeah, and like let's say they
And I know
release
they
it.
can. Rockstar made billions.
Can anything though live up to that hype?
No,
that's already
never
been
again.
presented?
You'd have to have another 20 years. A new game developer or just one currently has to get a 20-year reputation like they have to get something like a GTA 6, which is really weird now saying out loud.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you on that. I think you need like another 20 years of any video game franchise. It could be something almost like an Elder Scrolls. A lot of people are hyping up Elder Scrolls 6 in a sense.
I mean, there comes a point though to where something is so hyped up that it just will never live up to any standard. Like Endgame, because I went in with such high expectations and I watched it and I was like, huh.
That was pretty okay.
And then I watched it again like pretty recently and I was like, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Always rewatch your stuff.
Yeah.
all right, boys, it is time for a new segment at the end of random episodes that I would like to call The Wheel of Fate. Does that hear the applause, but the audience will hear the applause. Woo! The Wheel of Fate. Colton, move out of the way.
We gotta move on.
Can you see it on the camera? All right, boys. So here's how the Wheel of Fate. Here's how the Wheel of Fate works.
Go walk around. Your things are gonna reach.
Excuse me.
Pardon moi.
What are we
The
doing
Wheel
here?
of Fate works like this. So on a future episode after spinning this wheel, one of these challenges or ideas is something that we will have to enact. And it might be
Alex
the next
dating sim? What?
It might be on the next episode. It might be on a few whatever episode we have a chance to do this on is when we will get to this. So
A pancake episode.
they run from as vague as possible to as straightforward as possible. So let us see what is the next on the Wheel of Fate.
Dude, this is so cringe, but I'm down with it. He bought this. This is
Caleb has weird props, just to let y'all know.
this is you wearing the.
That's a good spin.
It was a pretty good spin. I swear if it's dating sim.
Ooh.
Dating sim, dating sim,
What
dating
does that
sim.
even mean?
Oh.
Count order?
100 nuggies. No.
Court order.
What the fuck is court
Are you
order?
sure?
Okay.
It's not done spinning.
Oh, should
Well,
I spin
Caleb's
it?
also holding
Should I spin it again?
Caleb's also holding it.
I think you need to do it again. Sit it on a surface where it doesn't have any.
The Wheel of Fate. Press the yellow button. Woo!
He's spinning it again.
This is game show. We've done game shows now. I kind of want to.
Alex got scared.
Date sim, date.
I want to see what the date sim is. I'm actually kind of curious.
Nuggie.
Nuggets. I already done that in high school. That's boring.
We're doing the nuggie. He said I already did that in
I have. I literally bought.
Spin it again.
I've done that in high school. Oh.
Wait back.
No, this is weird.
I'm
I
doing
feel.
chicken nuggies. That's it.
Whoa, Alex dating sim. Woo!
All right. Well, I guess I'll end off the podcast. We had Colton on. We didn't get really much talking out of him. This was a shorter episode, just because it was just my thoughts, I guess. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
They can't see your head.
Oh, they can't? Oh, shit. Like.
Can you stop spinning the stupid thing? It's loud, Caleb.
Okay.
Loud.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Colton will show up again because he's my favorite guest. So if you wanted more Colton out of one day, we'll get like a whole Colton episode. We'll get Colton lore eventually.
Eventually.
We'll just leave him by himself.
Yeah. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, stay hydrated, follow us on our social medias and stuff. Thanks. Shout out to my mom for having a house so we can record this in because she's just here. My brother's here too. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, guys.